I wanted to tag these bloggers who have been our partners, and have made sure that the world see what we're doing right here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Bella Power Vibes. I'm talking about Kimby Block. I'm talking about Sangwa, the critic, Sangwa News and all that. I'm talking about the Hodgem. I'm talking about Pew University.
Shout out to all of them.
These people have been making a lot of work to make sure that we are here right now. Oftentimes people say that bloggers or the media doesn't promote talents the way it should be. Like we don't support our own. Hence, the reason why I want to talk to somebody who's from that field. Guess.
Is he young?
He's young.
Is he fine?
He's fine.
Is he Fuchor?
Wow. So,
Obviously.
you know everything, by the way. We're talking to Fuchor today, Cambodian blogger, promoter. He was first an artist, a rapper at that, signed under Tanga Motion Pictures. Then he made a swing into becoming a blogger. And today,
he does not want to sing again, never.
Are you sure?
I heard though.
I'm gonna ask him.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him. So he's presently one of the hottest bloggers that you have right now, with close to about 4 pages with more than 20,000 followers online, and doing a lot of jobs for Kosi, the Sunny Enos, the Blanche Willis, and all of that. I think we should talk to this guy and see what he has to offer.
Okay.
What do you think?
I like to.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest for the day, one and only, the biggest, the baddest, Fuchor. Baba,
Yes, sir.
welcome, man.
Thank you.
Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
I brought a fine boy because you always like fine boys and you always misbehave when it's fine boys around.
This guy's not smiling at me, so I like fine boys.
Can you just smile at Flavie?
I'm laughing at you, sir.
Laughing at you. So, anyway, you're wearing your shirt. I should wear mine too. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
It's amazing to see you move from being an artist, a rapper, into being one of the most happening bloggers in English Cameroon. A few years back, the truth is, I was talking to Flavia about it. A few years back, I was running this platform and I loved your talent. I was posting about you here and there. And then I thought you disappeared. The next minute, I'm seeing this you in the blogging sphere. What's up?
Yeah. I used to do music in the past, rap in particular. So I was doing music. It was not really something that I started off with. My classmates in Form 5 in secondary school will be very shocked if they discover this guy is actually doing music, because it's not something I had the attitude of doing. When I was in lower seed, this Cameroonian artist Kosi, Ghanaian artist Sakodi, those are people I really listened to a lot. So they had some of their songs and I discovered, wow, these guys rap fast, they are praised for doing this, and I discovered I could actually sing along to their lyrics. It was kind of very difficult for other people to do that. So when I started doing that, I felt like if I can sing like these guys, why don't I try writing my own songs and rapping it that way? So when I did that in lower seed, I used to do that in class, and when my classmates, they'll be so amazed by what I was doing. So I felt like, okay, why don't I just give this thing a shot? So I started by dropping some freestyles, going to some nice locations, doing some freestyles and posting online. Then, fortunately for me, very top big artists like Salatiel, Wax Day, Mr. Leo, a couple of them, they were posting my videos. Blogs were sharing everywhere. I was like, wow, this is like a good sign that I actually have to do this. So
okay, before you continue, before we go forward, let's have this beautiful one from Cheers, welcome to the show. And by the way, what's this? What's the mixture? You're drinking something, you don't know what it is?
He trusts me.
He trusts you. How do you trust this lady?
I trust pretty ladies,
I like it.
Bo has been taken. Bo is gone. So what's the Flavie?
What kind of a bartender would I be if I keep my secret?
Anyway, it's nice. I like it. The mixture of so many nice things.
Carry on.
You were saying something.
Yeah, so when the freestyle was going viral, some top acts posted it then. Back then in label Tanga Motion Pictures, they reached out to me. They said they love what I do and they would like to sign me. So things went really fast. I was excited about the whole thing, the idea of being sponsored by,
Your level, yeah.
It was cool. My mom was happy. I signed the deal and everything started. So the label Tanga Motion Pictures, everything was going well. We released a lot of projects. I even released a project featuring Asta, one of the biggest rappers in Cameroon. We released a couple of songs that surpassed even 15,000 views on YouTube. Then calamity struck. It happened when the label thought like, okay, they should start signing more artists. And then when they started signing more artists, they were not really paying too much attention to me. But that wasn't a problem. I understood that everybody has, like, there are a lot of people under the same level, so they have to, like,
Yeah.
So they signed Ego, the one of the members of the program.
Yeah.
So when they signed him under the same level with me, it's like he was not really satisfied with the work the label was doing for him. So because of that, he collaborated with his friend and they started doing freestyles on their part. Since the label wasn't doing much with him, that's what he felt. So they did these freestyles, posted it online, and the thing blew up. People were posting them here and there. So another record label reached out to them low key, and the guy felt like King Stevens offered him a free video. There was this record label who reached out to me, I think it's Ebeso Empire, and they felt like maybe they should, but they did things low key without, and it brought issues. So the boss, he was not really someone working with us on that kind of professional or business, all of that. So he considered us like his children because he's our age difference. There's really a big gap like that. So he felt like, so I can just take these kids and I train them up, and tomorrow maybe they have money, they have influence, and they feel they can disrespect me or maybe leave me for another person. So he felt betrayed, and because of that particular act, that's when he just totally stopped. There was me, Ego, T&C. I don't know if you know T&C.
Yeah, no T&C.
Yeah, we're under the same level. That's when he stopped doing everything for us. I will never blame him because to a certain extent, I felt like that particular incident really break him down. That these artists, when they get disappointed by their record labels, they go online saying stuff, but I've never said a single negative thing about him. I just understood that you're picking up your money, your hard-earned money, investing on people, and you just have this feeling that maybe one day they'll not be appreciative, one day they'll do this. So I felt like that's really what happens. I've never confronted.
You are the first, and not to cut you short, you're the first the first artist who left the record label and is not saying everything possible to bring down that level. It's not saying that, you know what, this label fucked up my career, this label promised this and promised that and promised that. How was your relationship like with the Tanga Motion Pictures?
Okay, first of all, you have to understand that when I signed on Tanga Motion Pictures, I was basically zero when it comes to music knowledge and all of that. I was unable to really tell if a contract is good, if it is not good. Once I just saw that, okay, these guys are going to be sponsoring my career, that was just the most important thing to me. I wasn't looking at things like, oh, what am I going to be having as allowance, what am I going to be staying, all of that. I didn't really care. I just knew I'm going to be under a particular group of people that will be sponsoring my career. That's all. So, and then again, we had built this really personal relationship. There are times when I go to his house and he will tell his brothers to go and sleep in the parlor. I will sleep with him in the room, in the bed, you understand? So it was more like family already. He shared his visions. It was that level where he could go and work, bring his money and give me for me to count and pack. There was one time he gave me around 2 million just to count and arrange it for him. So it was that level. It was really that deep, like family. He bought things for me. He communicated with my mom a lot, like that. So when I left, when he really stopped doing things, the contract is still valid now. It was 5 years. Okay. So basically, I'm still a signed artist
on the Tanga Motion Pictures.
So when I discovered things were going slowly, there's this last effort I did. I removed money from my account. I went to Bafusam, rented a hotel, slept there, paid studio session, recorded a song, everything. Because normally it's the record label that does that, but I did that myself to show the record label, okay, look, I know you guys are a bit discouraged. I don't know what's the issue, but this is proof that I am still invested. I still want to do this. So when I recorded that song, I sent it to the group. They left their remarks, but the boss himself, he didn't really say anything, and they were not making any plans at all for the song. I paid this other rapper. I didn't pay, it was just a collaboration, Lee Humble. I paid him, we did a song. We did a song together, and then the record label still didn't take it seriously. It was at that level that I felt like
leaving all of that behind, right? And coming into the blogosphere, being a blogger, being a promoter. Do you think that, okay, is there one point in your life where you feel like, you know what, I was wasting my time being an artist? I was wasting my time because I see. What does that feel like?
Did I hear that right?
Wait.
Like you feel like that every day? Like you wasted your time being a singer?
Okay, this is, I didn't want it to really sound that way, but this is the situation. When I left, there was a moment I actually cried, like, because there are a couple of people who were actually following me up already. At least I was one of them. I was one of your fans as a rapper. So as a rapper, it's really difficult to accumulate people who actually listen to your music, who will reach out to you and say, when are you dropping? It was really difficult. So I was really able to kind of get a good number of people who really cared for my career. I had a fan group. A lot of people were concerned for me. So when everything slowed down, they were always writing me. There are messages I'll get to Facebook. Yo, Future, there's this your song I listened. This song really did this. It did this. They'll be talking about their personal connection. So when I read all of those messages, I'll feel so I'm a very emotional person. As I did for you, talk something, I start crying. So
I beg Flavi, say something. I want him to cry.
no, please.
I want him to cry.
I think I'll go, so that'll be hard.
So okay, you said something.
Yeah, so I remember when I got a lot of those messages, there was this day, it was like, it has actually gotten to a particular level. I went to the bathroom, started crying, felt like, damn. So this is how this whole thing has ended. Because, you know, as an artist, there are a lot of times you sit down and you start imagining stuff. You imagine you maybe featuring some big ass, performing somewhere, doing things like that. So I felt like, so all of these memories, this is what it is, like my days of moving at night and going to quiet areas to compose songs. This is just the end of the whole thing. But then, when money started from blogging, when I was doing music,
he came with a lot of money. He was telling me behind the backstage that, you know what, he has money. Can I give Flavi some money? I'm like, of course you can.
Bro,
That's what he said. I'm like, you can give Flavi some money. Tell us about how blogging changed your life.
okay, how blogging changed. While doing music, I was low-key doing blogging. This is the reason. I discovered I felt like people were not really writing about me the way I felt like they should write. Like they were not really describing Future the way I wanted Future to be described. And there was another thing I discovered every time we released a project, the label would disburse a very huge amount of money to bloggers for promotion. And sorry to say this, to a particular extent, I felt like, oh, so they paid bloggers and then this stuff has just raised just like 1,000 views on YouTube in 24 hours. How come? That's not good enough. So I felt like, let me create a platform and start promoting myself low key. Like not really revealing I'm the one behind that platform, using a fake, not really a fake. I actually talked with a friend and I was using his image.
In Jovimboko, the Jovimboko person that you're using.
So when I started doing the blogging, I don't know, maybe it's based on the fact that I've been observing other bloggers. I was picking up really fast. I would say it's luck. I'm not even going to say it has nothing to do with talent, intelligence. It's just luck. Or I can say it's God. I don't know, grace, something like that. Because I know guys who write a lot of knowledge, but you don't really see them getting all those reactions, all that attention, all of that. I just put in my little effort and everything works out. So when I started doing that, I discovered I was getting some cash from blogging. Then I discovered while music is slowing down, I reached out to my boss. I told him, boss, please, can I like you? Because he knew about this. He knew I was using my identity. I was doing blogging low key. So I told him if I could come out clear because I discovered a lot of opportunities I was missing. For instance, a big artist wants to invite me for his album launch. Maybe they want to meet me in real life for us to sign a deal. And I really have to appear. They'll be like, this is the guy we've been seeing on Facebook. He'll be somehow. So I spoke with him. I told him, please, he's going to help me a lot. I need money in this period to do a lot of things. Can I really get into blogging full time? So that's when I decided to review my image. When I got into blogging, I started doing it. I had to make a lot of sacrifices by like personally, me going out of the house. This is like the first time since this month started I'm actually stepping out. So the sacrifice I had to do is that I don't go out. Normally, I'm the kind of indoors person. You know me better. I'm the kind of person I'm always in the house, just in my room on the bed, doing blogging like that. So I don't party, I don't do anything 24/7. I'm on my phone looking for updates, all of that. So I discovered my first year as a blogger, I was able to make 1 million from the whole thing. I was so excited. In fact, that was the first time. Before that, there's not.
This is somebody who's making 1 million from blogging in a year, in 1 year.
That was
his first year. His first year as a blogger.
Your first year as a blogger.
I was, I think, 18.
So you made your first million at 18.
Yeah.
My demand were able to interview as a girl 1 million.
You mean you?
Yes.
I'm just saying. You mean you?
Yes, me.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's do a GoFundMe for Flavi.
Yes.
Whoa!
I did 1 million before December.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh.
I'm doing fake live. Whoa! Man, you made 1 million francs your first year from blogging.
I was like, it was unbelievable for me. I felt like person don't go use my name put answers on corporate and don't know where they generate money. But some kind of thing you see, and so the person go appear talk say you've been seeing money, right? Okay, this is what has happened. You have to sacrifice this person. I start down because things were going really fast. And back there I was not really charging much, you understand? Because I see other bloggers their prices and I was not charging much. With 5K I could do a lot of work for you. But now with 5K you can't even discuss any kind of business with me. So back then I was charging very low. But because I was charging low and I was doing good work. I had this platform Hip Hop in 5 back then. I was getting a lot of engagements. I was getting a lot of deals because I was charging low and I had a platform that was doing well. So I was working my ass off. Now I don't even do a lot of work. Like I can basically like post just 3 times a day and I'm cool. But back then all the time I'll be posting left and right, creating stuff. So when that thing happened, I had to go in one because I was living in my 16 back then with my uncle. I had to go to one farm, one forested area. When I entered, I called my mom. I was in tears. I said, Mama, I just made my first 1 million. I was crying. I was so excited. That's just to show you how I felt like, damn, so I could actually do this. And I started asking myself, I was really doing music. That comes now to the part where you ask me, are there times when I regret it? Like, I felt like if I started doing music, would there ever be a time when I would be able to get this amount of money by investing less? Because with blogging, you're not really investing. It's just like to put your data. The biggest thing you have to do is just to grow a platform and get followers. That's all. And get followers who actually believe in what you do. They know, okay, even if this guy posts promo, let's just like it. This is it. So that's just the whole thing. And blogging changed my life a lot. Another, well, I don't want to talk much.
No, let's talk that.
Okay, so I was actually in the university. I was doing accounting. So the University of Boya really gave me, I didn't want to talk down on the institution on any question, but it gave me the worst feeling in fact, since I started schooling, since primary school, I'm not an average student. I'll not even place myself as an average student since I started schooling. I see, when I get sense, I feel read my book. From 1 to the upper seat, I've never been second in class. My report cards, evidence day. First.
You need to explain evidence day.
So I'm not even an average student. I'm the kind of person I learn well. I don't study because if you talk to me even at the school, I don't learn for Bafusam, I don't learn for Boya, I don't learn for different places, you understand? And all of that, always been getting the best average. But when I enter UB, I discovered this thing. First of all, you get to school late because I was living in my 16. I had to leave my 16 to Morocco. When we have classes in the morning, when I get to school late, I don't even have where to sit. That's for the first thing. Teachers are not even using microphone to even speak. It means when you sit, you're right behind. You can't even get what he's saying. He's struggling to shout. Then students who are just making noise, you can't even get anything. So I was going to school and then I had different challenges. The first thing is when I'm in class, I'm not able to concentrate because of that noise. Second, what I choose to do, I did arts, then I did A4. Then when I got to the university, I decided to do accounting. When I started doing this accounting, I discovered there are certain things that if you're going to do accounting in university, you should know. Like there are like some basics. It's like ABC. It's like if a teacher is teaching spelling in Form 3, for instance, it says space ball, it says we use letter B here. All the students are already used to what he's saying letter B. So when I was in the university now and I was doing the accounting, there are certain things that were considered as basics that I've never heard in my life. You understand? So when I made some inquiries, they told me you're actually supposed to do commercials in high school, secondary school. And those who are doing these commercials, they start learning accounting as a subject right from Form 1. So there are a lot of basics they know already. So I discovered I was having a hard time learning. And again, to facilitate learning, I needed things like textbooks, a laptop, this and that. And these are things I didn't even have. My mom was not really financially stable back then, my dad as well, so they could not really get those things for me. Learning was super difficult, and then I discovered that blogging is something you can't really share blogging or anything. It's not like you can multitask, you're a blogger, you're a this, like you never do well with blogging. To do well with blogging, you really have to.
I think I know where you're coming from. Where with blogging, you need the time, you need to dedicate yourself because what is happening now, next minute, and all that. As your platform cannot update the viewers or the readers what's going on right now, they will jump to the next platform who is doing that. I think you're right. You think blogging is something that some young person in Cameroon, some young person in Africa could sit and say, okay, you know what? I'm in secondary school now. They'll be like, hey, Flavie, what do you want to become in future? I'll be like, I want to become a blogger. You think something like that?
Yeah, I think it's something like that, but it's going to take a bit of time because of the way people still view blogging. Like, I remember when my mom actually visited me, she had this issue and she needed my help. In fact, she just explained it to me. And she didn't even think I could help her. It was an issue of about close to 500k and I just removed the money and gave her. And she was like, she appreciated the money quite alright. Then when she got back to her house, she called me and she was like,
Piki, how you do good?
Thank you.
Every mother
Yeah, because neighbors...
Mommy no take them. See.
Listen, Bafusam, so anything they come about saying they kosher. It's like scamming. They have the kosher. So she really asked me, the thing felt so weird, but I just started laughing. I was like, so she's really thinking I'm into this. I took out my phone, I took time, I explained to her the process. I even showed her how clients contact me, how the whole thing goes. She's even like my top follower on Facebook now, liking all my posts. She understands the whole thing, how I make money, this and that.
What's your mom's name on Facebook? What's your mom's name on Facebook? Okay, let's go and follow her. She just mom on Facebook. I mean, just follow her, you know.
She doesn't know anything. She's just there to like my
posts. Just go and follow her, you know. So, from blogging, from a rapper to a blogger up to now, you've done incredible work for yourself. I see what you do from one platform to another. You guys are running music-based Africa. You guys run this one and all that. You're running Fuchor, you're running Big Gym, all of that. They're growing so rapid over the time. What do you look at yourself right now? If you look at yourself right now, what do you think about you? What will you be in the next 2 years?
I'm very optimistic, and I feel like I've made a lot of sacrifices in this blogging stuff. I've really sacrificed my youth to have a better tomorrow, because there are a lot of things.
Your youth? How old are you?
21.
You sacrificed your childhood. No, your youth.
Please, don't make the gentleman look like look like.
No, that is not. It's not in any way belittling you. Trust me. That is reverencing how much you took charge of your life from a very early age.
I mean, you're 21. You had your first million at what age? 18.
People at 27 are looking for
bro.
Joining 500,000 had there.
Bro. Let's know. How do you keep money to go become a million? You're supposed to teach me that.
Yeah.
Like,
first of all, alcohol now the highest way they drain money. I don't take alcohol.
You stay broke. We are behind bar.
You guys leave my alcohol alone. Next question. I'm going to ask you about how so many people think that bloggers don't do shit when it comes to promoting talent in this country. They feel like bloggers just jump to post unnecessary things on social media and all that, and the things that really matter, they don't get posted. What do you think?
Okay, I don't like to talk about bloggers. I like to talk about me, because if I'm talking about bloggers,
let's talk about bloggers.
Okay. Okay, using myself as an example.
Okay.
Okay, so personally, there are a lot of things I've done online for artists that can be checked and verified. Blanche Bailey removed her album recently, her latest album, and I promoted that album. That album had 18,000 streams. I used a certain strategy and I had 18,000 streams. You can check the clicks, all of that from my platform alone. There is this artist, Lee Humble. Since Lee Humble started, I've been with Lee Humble. If you ask Lee Humble today, he will basically say like, I'm at least 60% of the reason why he is where he is today. There are a lot of artists that have like supported. Kosi released his Genesis album. Blanche Bailey actually got to me. Kosi got to me. Stan Eno got to me, and I had a very I did a lot for these projects. Kosi's Genesis album. Anyone who's active online, it's on my platform Fuchor. I really did a lot to push that project forward. So when I wanted to start blogging, there's this thing I discovered that bloggers are mostly always interested in controversial stuff that will cause people to comment this and that. So I decided to be different and hope it works. I was actually doubting it was going to work, because I felt like everyone is interested in violence, but I gave it a try, and hopefully people started supporting my agenda, the positive vision stuff, and that's it. So I don't post anything controversial about any artist. Since I started blogging from 1 follower to almost 70,000 followers that I have now on my personal page Fuchor, I've never posted anything negative about an entertainer, this and that. So that's just it. I have my own kind of impact. That's why I said I don't want to talk about bloggers generally, because other bloggers have their way. They post gossips, they post controversies, they even post fake news that are like belittling some artists, which are not even true. You understand? But I have my own way that I operate. So I will not really blame people for really talking down on some bloggers, because some bloggers really push people to do this. Like, you come online, imagine an artist, you have no idea, then you see a post online saying you've done this, you've done that. You don't even know the source. How do you expect the artist to feel?
What is your assessment of the Cameroon music industry? I have 3 questions to ask you. What is your assessment of the Cameroon music industry for the past 5 years?
The Cameroon music industry, I'm going to say somehow we are dancing up and down, because first I felt like we're progressing, but
now it's like we're progressing.
The career of most artists, we discover back then it was really easy for them to really hit 1 million views. But some artists back then, they used to hit 1 million views easily, but now they release projects for 100, no problem, 100,000 views. So I feel like On the global scene, we have a couple of people who are really trying their best to really export our music out there. So at least we are getting more visibility out of the industry.
What do you think about the Cameroon film industry for the past 5 years as a blogger?
The Cameroon film
The laugh makes me think a lot.
The Cameroon film industry, I feel like there are people really working hard, low key, doing a lot of work. But the fact that we just have a couple of people, like if you want to talk about movies in Cameroon, they always reference them, is somehow unfair, and that's to tell you that a lot of people are doing a lot of work which is not being considered. I don't know if maybe there's something that are not doing right, but I feel like Cameroonians are actually producing a lot of dope movies. Like the movies are there. When I really take out my time, I say, okay, let me go and check out some movies, some Cameroon movies on YouTube. I'm actually impressed, and then I ask myself, why is it that these movies are not popular? Why can't I just see maybe on Switching TV and I see this particular movie? So it's like they do these movies and finally you don't get to watch them. It's only a few movies that you finally get to watch. So I feel like it gets the promotion, it gets the hype, it gets the award. We say, okay, this movie got this award, this and that, but you don't really get to watch these movies. So the actors at the end, they are not popular, they are not progressing, you don't even know what's happening. So I feel like I cannot really tell what, because that's not like my sector, but I feel like there's really something they have to do.
As a runner blogger, what can you say about the Cameroon fashion and style industry?
Fashion and style industry. There's a lot to say about that. I really have to upload, like, there are a lot of fashion designers in Cameroon, like T&C Design Classic. They recently opened, that's like the first bilingual fashion institute in Cameroon that trains fashion designers to become like him, because he's actually like one of the most successful fashion designers in Cameroon right now. So at least I feel like when it comes to fashion, we are really progressing. You see the kind of outfits our artists are wearing now. That's not the level they were back in those days. Back then, you see an artist shoot a music video, you see the kind of cars he's using, then you see the outfit, it doesn't really go. But now you see just regular photos, the kind of outfits they put on, and they are patronizing 237 fashion designers. That's to tell you that in the aspect of fashion, we are really advancing and doing it.
People say that there's a difference between being a blogger and being a social media like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter promoter, because they assume blogger to be someone who has a website, an original website, have blog posts and all that. Do you think that if you put on that category, you're a blogger?
Yeah, I actually have a website, I have an Instagram. It's just that, in our industry right now, in fact, Cameroon in general, Cameroonians are not that active on other social media handles. Even websites, back in those days, I felt like websites were even doing better. Most of our whole websites, if you Google stuff from 2016, you will see it will appear on a website, but when you click, you discover the page doesn't exist anymore. The website is down now. That's because Cameroonians are just focused on Facebook now. So if you want to do blogging, if you want to succeed, you have to have a website, because like recently I worked with Orange Cameroon. They contacted me for a deal, and that deal required that I should publish something on my website. So now we just have this website, like, okay, for formality, let me just like a website, but you don't really generate any money. I try to monetize my website, Music Based Africa. MusicBasedAfrica.com is a platform, on Facebook first of all, that's followed by over 400,000 people from across the world. Then you
won that platform.
So imagine the kind of traffic the platform would have been getting for the website. But still, I was not able to generate up to $5 a week from the platform.
Wow.
So you see that, in fact, websites, at the end of everything, passion aside, you have to make money, you have to feed. So the website wasn't really giving enough. So I stopped investing so much energy. I just have the website, but I'm not really putting much energy there.
Thank you very much, Fuchor. Thank you very much, Big Jim. Yeah. And I don't know, so many names to call right now, but you guys are doing a great job. You're doing a great job on your platforms. Other bloggers are doing a great job. You guys are doing a great job to promote Cameroonian talent. And of course, Flavie, the Fabulous, has something special for us that we're going to do right now. It's like a beautiful game. I should take my shades off. We have a game right now. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and anyone you feel, you can have a shot. As a blogger, as a promoter, you know a lot of things. You do research, like in the media, you do a lot of research and all of that. Are you ready, baby?
Oh, yes.
You're always ready. Question numéro 1. Name me 5 fast-rising Cameroonian artists in 5 seconds.
Fido,
1,
Loic Song
2,
for
3,
Bianca,
4,
Breeze.
5.
I actually thought so. So that's a good.
What's the name of Tizzy Panchak's Or Stanley Eno's upcoming album. Or EP.
Take over.
Give shot. Give.
I say.
I'll just help you.
say-
African Gentleman. So just Take Over is a song and the EP.
Take Over is a song which is the first song of the album.
Of the EP. So the EP is African Gentleman. So get a shot. You go drunk where today.
I'm not that sick to have, but don't drink drunk tire. Hey.
Damn.
Okay, let's make this one very easy. Name 5 Cameroonian bloggers in 10 seconds.
Michael Zamanin, Zicho Boris,
2,
Victor Kange,
3,
JM,
4.
Miss Gina.
Yeah. This boy sure knows his colleagues.
I'm not clapping for him. He knows those. You're looking for possible competition.
If you have one advice about any Cameroonian entertainer based on their journey and how they should react to the media, what would that be?
I would just advise them, in fact, just behave like Stanley, how to react to the media. Behave like Stanley, Don't pay much attention to crazy. Just do what you have to do. Release your projects, promote them. See, Stanley, move something for TikTok or mini the promote them. Promote your music. When you drop your music, don't sit back and think your fans are going to push it. Promote your work. Ignore whatever the media says about you. Focus on positive energy. If people are criticizing, ignore. Just work. Yeah.
Stanley and Jovi, who?
I cannot answer. I'm not.
Give shot. I don't say no answer. By the way, these are 2 incredible talented artists, 2 incredible talented Cameroonian entertainers who have been on the scene for more than 10 years now and have been doing a great job. Fuchor, Big Jim, whatever name you go by, right, these days, because these days you have so many names. Thank you very much for coming to the show, and thank you very much for the job you've been doing for the Cameroon entertainment in general. So have you anything to say to Fuchor?
Love to have you. It was a very insightful talk with you. And trust me, I could never have imagined you're 21. You're in the freeways.
Thank you.
Boy made his first million at 18. I'm still to make my first million. Guys, thank you so much for being there. Of course, this is Tales and Cocktails. Fuchor, or you can call him Big Jim, Cameroon blogger and of course promoter. He used to be an artist. He's still an artist though. So you can still call him to come and perform for you. Rapper. He was our guest for today. He was our guest for today. And of course, she's always going to be there by my side. My genie, of course, my sidekick, Flavie the Fabulous. Don't move anymore. So without subscribing to our YouTube channel, it's a 6 Tales Network. Our Facebook is Tales and Cocktails. Instagram, Tales and Cocktails. On TikTok, Tales and Cocktails. I love you all so much. Stay out of trouble, please. My name is MC Benja. Peace.